So the family of Neocaridina has just become more interesting and, in my view, much more beautiful just because of this little detail that you see right here. The orange eye in Neocaridina is something totally new. You've seen it, very common in the Caridina, but here we step up a notch, and also now you have it in the Neocaridina family, and this little detail makes all the difference, I think. This is two young females, very promising, with an even pigment that will be darker as they age. So you see the difference, the light pigment in the younger ones to the dark, even, strong pigment that is non-transparent on these females, these two adult females. And here comes a male. They swim a lot, so they are hard to get, but here you have a very nice, beautiful, even male. And here is a good example of the difference between Caridina and the Neocaridina. You look at the eye, you will see that the Neocaridina has a black pupil, and the Caridina would have a totally orange or yellow eye. So the difference is that the Neocaridina will have a black center and the Caridina will have none. Neocaridinas are very adaptable and very hardy, as long as you keep the conditions steady and no big fluctuations, and you feed them with plant-based sources of protein so that bacteria will not come out. And this is an example of a very nice even female with a dark pigmentation, and you can also tell that she's pregnant if you look closely. If you want to optimize the conditions and the visual effect of these orange eyes, you need a dark soil and a very strong light. And if you keep them that way, they will really stand out, and it will be a brilliant visionary. So coming up is just a quick picture of two females, both high grade. One is more of the bloody type and one is more of the darker type. But both are high grade as they have a strong pigmentation and limbs. And in short, I will show you a type that I really like. I call them painted. It's almost like she is wearing a leather jacket. That is how thick her pigmentation is. Just look at this female as she walks by, and also note her limbs, her legs, how very strong pigmented they are. And here I just want to show you the difference between a high grade that push the mid grade forward. You can see a pregnant mid grade to the right, and in the center you see a high grade. And also surrounding them you can see a lot of small and juvenile shrimps with less pigmentation, but you cannot judge them yet as they have a lot of time to grow into their pigmentation. In this female you see a little white just off on the neck. You see a little white segment, and often I get the people say that, oh, this shrimp is sick, but actually she's gonna shred her skin. The only reason why people think they are sick is when somebody feed them far too much, that they are growing faster than their skeleton or their exoskeleton, and then sometimes they die. But that is because us overfeeding them. And in a moment I will follow up by showing you males from juvenile stadium until they reach adulthood and how the pigment will develop. Here is a small one and another one in sunlight, natural sunlight, both promising. And here comes a semi-adult one, and you will see him turn to the side, and this one will most likely become a fully pigmented male, a high grade. He's very promising, but he has some time to grow into his pigment. And here you have a semi-adult, almost adult male going to high grade. And here you have an absolute mature male, thick pigmented, beautiful high grade male. And here you have one just coming into maturity. Also, even though crappy filmed, he is a beauty. And I love the contrast on the males because the eyes is very evident to the red body, and this is striking if you compare it to normal Bloody Mary, how beautiful they are with the orange yellow eyes. Now the males are not easy to film as they always move, but if you want success with these ones, keep a strong light, a dark soil, and don't overfeed them, and you have the most beautiful shrimp. And here you can see him ending up with a mid-grade semi-adult female, so you can see the difference. She will develop better, but still. So it would be unjust to not show the whole spectrum. So here I want to show you the difference between a high grade. This male in the front will most likely become a high grade when he's fully developed. And behind him is a male that is a low grade animal. You can see that through his legs, who are transparent white, and the body that you can also see is very transparent and almost like a tiger. You see the stripes. So compare them side by side and you see a very big difference. The funny thing is that even low grade animals can produce high grade animals when you breed them.